A tale of two unrelated suppressors. You got a 9mm can on the right that's rifle rated and a 30 cal can on the left. We're going to talk about them today in a really retarded, unorganized video. So prepare yourselves to be disappointed. All right, y'all. So today I'm going to be comparing two suppressors. It's a live fire range. I'm going to be comparing two suppressors, the YHM Resonator K and our Creative Arms TUA 9R. It's our Texas Underground Armory suppressor that we get through Creative Arms. It's a 9 1/4 inch 9mm bore suppressor versus a 30 caliber K suppressor. Not really a direct comparison, but it's the two that I have. So far, nobody wants to send me any free suppressors. So if you do, feel free and I'll test them. First up is my Ruger American Predator in 7.6239. Got the YHM Resonator K on here. Nice little hunting gun. I love it. This is great for whenever I'm brushing through the woods, everything like that. Short, compact, doesn't get in the way, but takes enough of the edge off to where I don't feel like it's absolutely necessary, considering I'm only going to take one shot, two shots maybe in a short string. Is it doing hearing damage? Probably so, but at the same instance, it's hunting. You got to be able to hear what's in your surroundings. If you're going to hear those pigs, you're going to hear those deer walking. Electronic hearing protection just doesn't stay comfortable forever. If y'all have a brand of electronic hearing protection that you can wear all day long with a big old head and big old ears, then let me know, because I haven't found one yet. So let's get started with this. This is Tula 124 grain hollow points. Donut, 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 donut. Big old 9mm bore rifle can, 9 1/4 inch suppressor. Really kind of built around the 8.6 and 350 Legend cartridge, but works out with me with concerns with concentricity on my AKs to run a 9mm bore. Creative Arms says this thing will handle like 338 down to like 16 inches and 300 Win Mag, as long as you don't go shorter than 12. It's a pretty stout can. All stainless steel construction. We're rolling with the 124 grain Tula to match the ammo with the cans. I got a feeling this one's gonna be just about hearing safe. It's quiet. Wow. I might take my ears off for that one, but being that they're shooting over there, I don't know if I necessarily want to. All right, we're gonna try this with one ear cocked off. See what this feels like. That's quiet. It's got some snap to it, but there's no like ring or anything. It's definitely got some power. For all day shooting comfortability, I'd definitely roll with subsonics with this can. But for like a hunt application, I'm gonna be hunting with this thing all fall. All right, now for a cartridge y'all probably actually care about seeing a comparison on these. 300 Blackout Subsonic. Resonator K, Ammo Inc, Stealth, 220 grain. Nice and quiet. 220 grain from Ammo Inc. 8 inch 300 Blackout with a TUA 9R. Creative Arms and Texas Underground Armory out of Houston. So 9mm bore can, 300 Blackout Subsonics. I think I could shoot that without ears, no problem. So I know the suppressor fad is really popular right now because Short wait times, people are getting their suppressors back in under 30 days, sometimes as soon as like 48 hours after they apply. You really need to think about what you want in a suppressor, especially if you're considering like one suppressor to do it all. I don't really feel like there's a suppressor that really does that really well, even though this one suppresses great. It'll suppress everything from 9mm and below, 8.6 blackout, 338 Lapua, 300 Win Mag, all your 30 caliber bullets, all the way down to 22. So I mean, it'll do it, but a dedicated can has its benefits. For instance, if I shoot my 22 with this can on there versus my 22 dedicated can, I can almost guarantee the 22 can is going to be a lot quieter. Will this one, will it be a super big difference? Probably not to your ears, but to a decibel meter, maybe. I get that it shouldn't really matter as long as it's hearing safe. But what I can say is, I wouldn't say that I'd rather have only this can or only that can. I'm glad I have both. Would a shorter 30 cal can probably be like a better do-all type can? Yeah, maybe, but I love AKs and I want to not have to worry about concentration issues, so that's why I went with this can. It is a little heavy. It's heavier than your Putnik. It's heavier than your Wolverine. It is significantly cheaper than your Wolverine or Putnik. You can get this in and out of our store for less than you can get a Wolverine or a Putnik without your tax stamp. This with the tax stamp included. It's been a great can. They're available in Plan B mounts or YHM mounts or direct thread mounts. I currently am running the YHM stuff because I'm kind of married to it, hence my YHM Resonator K. Once I build my SAM 7K, I'm probably going to get a Putnik dedicated for that, but for the time being, this works great on my Wasser. I really like it. It's pretty hearing safe on my Wasser, to be honest. I don't really feel like I need hearing protection. I'll show y'all a clip of me running that here in a second. But here we go, no hearing protection. 3 rounds of the Ammo Inc. 220 grain subsonic with the TUA 9R from Creative Arms and Texas Underground Armor. Yeah, all I hear is action noise. That's it. That's pretty freaking quiet. I mean, the action on these alone is pretty damn loud, as you can tell. I mean, just from, you know, do yourself a little bit of dry fire in your house and annoy the shit out of your wife. All those little noises, you know it's loud. Same gun again, 150 grain Fiocchi Range Dynamics with the Resonator K. 3 shots. Oop. A little bit louder. $150 grain Fiocchi with the TUA 9R. Did it again. Retard. I don't know how many I loaded, but it's gonna go supersonic, subsonic, supersonic, subsonic, supersonic, subsonic. A few rounds until I run out. The Fiocchi 150 grain and the Ammo Inc. 220 grain. Not gonna forget this time. Not that big of a difference. I'm sure it comes over camera a lot better, but with my hearing protection, I mean, there's definitely a tonal difference and an obvious decibel difference, but I wouldn't say it's a remarkable difference between the two. I mean, obviously the 150 grain, it's mostly just range ammo. It's not really great for anything else, especially out of a shorter barrel like this. 10, 12-inch barrel, probably get a little bit more velocity to actually cause any kind of 150 grain soft points or hollow points to expand. The 110 grains is really what I swear by for like a defensive load or a hunting load. And then, I mean, I'm coming on board with subsonics, especially because I'm considering making this my nightstand gun. Resonator K on there, just to have a short overall package. Foldable, easy to take on vacations. Throw it in the backpack, take it to Galveston or take it to camping or as a short range hunting companion. Being in the piney woods here, I mean, you can't really, I mean, a 50-yard shot in the woods that I hunt is a pretty long shot. 75 yards. It's very rare that you're going to find an open space that's not a road where I hunt that's going to give you a 100-yard shot. Unless you're sitting up on a hill looking down into a valley, and I stress hill because it's pretty flat in and around Houston where I'm from. So, I mean, this with some 110 grain barns, the suppressor on it is a great hunting companion in those like kind of extended bow ranges, being like 60 to 75 yards. Most people that I know that shoot bows are typically in and around like the 30 to 40 yard maximum. Now, can they stretch it out to 60 yards? Absolutely. But realistically, I mean, in the woods. So right now I'm in the process of building an 11.5-inch gun, doing an SBR and a Geisley lower. This is my only short 5.56 outside of like the bullpup, which doesn't really classify as short, even though it's short, 14.5-inch barrel versus a 10-inch barrel. This is my WBP mini jack. I've got a Romanian dong on there, CNC Warrior stock, US palm grip, factory magazines, K&S system, Ultimac rail, and then the battle torch from Tacticon Armament. Sig Romeo sitting on top of a Texas Weapon Systems top rail. I really love this gun. So gonna run a few 5.56 through it with the Resonator K, and then we'll backdoor it with the TUA 9R. Not bad. Now the TUA 9R, 55 grain, out of a 10-inch SBR mini jack from WBP. Oh, left one behind. Woo! All right, y'all. Well, it's hot outside in Texas. Getting this video out. Bump, 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 bump. So between the two cans, I've shown a couple little snippets of how the size difference is. These two cans, they just don't compare against each other. Half the weight, half the size, twice the weight, twice the size, probably about twice the suppression volume. Makes sense. Bigger muffler on your truck, quieter. Smaller muffler on your truck, louder. They serve different purposes. Mobility, suppression. Take the edge off. Don't let them hear you coming. Two different cans. You know, it's the two that I have. They both serve their purpose. I don't like one more than the other. I will say this, I like this one for being really quiet. I'm probably going to use this a lot while I'm hunting. Just like, especially if I'm hunting out of a stand where I don't have to worry about trudging through the woods. Whenever I'm walkabout hunting, this guy. It's just going to be this guy. Unless I'm running like that 8-inch. If I'm running the 8-inch, I might as well run this guy because then I don't need hearing protection. Even with this one, if I'm hunting, I'm probably not going to use hearing protection either. Call me retarded, don't really care. Been hunting without hearing protection my whole life. Do I have a little tinnitus from shooting sports and hunting and getting out here doing shit like this and forgetting hearing protection and forgetting to put it on at least? Posted a video about that. You know, short little funny whoops video. But
dearie me, could it be this great big muddle was caused by me? Oops-a-daisy.
I mean, shit's gonna happen. Shit's just gonna happen. And whenever you're hunting, I want to be able to hear everything around me. And electronic hearing protection with these big old Dumbo bad boys and this big old dome that I have, it doesn't sit on my head comfortable forever. So I usually just use the little cheap old orange little guys that you stick in there for construction or whatever. But yeah, I mean, two cans cut from two different cloths. Glad this comparison video does absolutely nothing for probably what y'all want to know about these, but I do recommend both. I like both. I'd buy both again. If Creative Arms wants to make a K can, their QB series K cans are like 6.5 inches. It's kind of long for a K can, but if they want to make one of those, I promise you I'm going to buy one. Just because I'd love a shorter, little bit lighter can for my AKs. That's cheap. But Putnik is on my list for my Sam 7K. Once I get that thing squared away. Form 1 hasn't come back on it. I still haven't gotten my shit together and ordered a combo block from Schaefer, Zach Schaefer, the guy who does all the builds for Brandon Herrera. Then once I get that in, I need to take it over to Cody and have him unfuck what Arsenal did with the Sam 7K with the faux suppressor and the 10-inch barrel instead of the 8-inch barrel like a Crink or like a Sam 7K is now. That's my fault. You know, I wanted one, but I got it for cheap. You know, it'll still be less than a new one once I get it done. So, working on a Geisley SBR, so that's going to be a video that's coming along soon. Going Geisley lower, already have that in. BCM A5 system, LWRC, compact stock. Really thinking about Criterion 11.5 or Centurion or Noveski. Haven't really decided. I'm kind of leaning towards Criterion just from what I hear about their gas systems being, or their gas ports being choice for both suppressed and unsuppressed. Not to mention their accuracy is like supposed to be top notch. So I guess that's gonna be it for now. Should be some more videos coming out soon. Sorry for the shakiness. We are watching it on my little phone holder in my truck, but keep up the practice and I'll see you in the next one.